here with Half Dozen Customs. Do a little shop upgrade today. Well, not a shop upgrade, a tool upgrade. So I've had this little metal brake for, I don't know, 6, 7 years, 8 years maybe. Got it from Harbor Freight when I lived in my townhouse. Didn't really have anywhere to work on cars or have a shop to store tools, and I was repairing a car. I needed to bend some metal, so we picked this thing up and it worked perfect. I screwed it down to the railroad ties that surrounded my backyard, and we were out there bending metal and repairing cars out in the parking lot. Now, since I've gotten here, I've screwed it down over to my workbench over by the TV over there, and since then we have gotten the 3-in-1, and I just use that 3-in-1. The main reason that I really don't use this thing is because it's just a pain in the butt to use. As you can see, it has these clamps. This piece of metal is just a loose piece of metal. So you put your piece of metal in here, you put this down, you throw your clamps on it, and then you bend this up, and it bends your metal for you. And it's just it's time consuming to use, trying to get that piece of metal always lined up right and getting it clamped down, and then you go to start bending and that piece of metal moves on you, and then you're having to reset everything and clamp it down. And I showed you I had the 2 little clamps on it. I was using 4 clamps on it, 1 at each end and then 2 in the middle, and still having that piece of metal kind of move around on you. And it's just a pain in the butt. And then when you have the 2 clamps in the middle, you can't stick metal all the way through it. If you need to bend a piece of metal in half that's 6 inches long, you need to have 3 inches sticking out the back and 3 inches out the front, and the clamps are sometimes in your way, and then you're having to move them around and whatnot. So I had an idea to try something. If it doesn't work, then no big deal. We'll just cut it back apart, and we'll go on from there. But I had the idea of, I picked up a couple of these from Harbor Freight. They came in a pack of 3. They came with some regular vice grips and some needle nose vice grips for like $8 for a pack of 3 of them, and I picked up 2 so that I could have 2 of these. And I'm gonna put them on each end like so, and then we'll weld them, and I'll weld it on the bottom, and it'll just become a permanent part of this tool. And then when you just click this off, it'll stay on the tool, but then this becomes loose, and you should be able to pick it up, slide your metal in, and then reclamp both of them, and then bend your metal. I'm hoping that this works, and it'll make this tool a little more usable. And if that's the case, then I may find somewhere, I may put it back where I had it, or I may find somewhere a little more useful for it to where I could start using it. I've talked about it in other videos. Like, I use that 3-in-1, the box brake, and that box brake, I love it. It works awesome, but it does not do a crisp, hard bend. The bends have a slight curve to them. This does that super hard, crisp line. So I'm hoping that You know, and sometimes you just need that crisp line. There's been a couple times on this Jeep that I wish that the lines were a little crisper, and they would have been if I would have used this. And it like I said, it's just been a pain in the butt to use. I don't really care for it. It served its purpose when I had it and needed it. But let's see if we can make this tool a little more useful again. Alright, let's get the welder and weld them on and see if it works. Alright, I'm just going to put a couple tacks and we'll see if it works. And if it works, we'll weld her up. Alright, let's see. What do you think? Is it gonna work? I think it's gonna work. Alright, let me grab my welding helmet. We'll weld those babies on so they don't come back off. Let's I'm just gonna screw it down where I had it so we can test it real quick, and then I'll try and figure out if I'm gonna leave it there or not. Alright, I just grabbed a piece of metal, drew a quick line on it. I think that think that that'll work. It's not as crisp of a line as I had thought I remembered it making. But it works and I'm happy with it. And you know, maybe if I go a little closer to the clamp where it has a little more strength. Alright, I call that tool a success. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This brake you can get it at Harbor Freight. I don't remember exactly what they cost. You know, I think they're around like 30 bucks for this. And then these two guys, like I said, they came in a pack of 3. And they were like $6.99 a piece or $7.99 a piece for the kit. So awesome. I think it's a little more usable now. Maybe I'll use it. We'll see. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Okay, I'm back for a little mini brake update. I decided to put it over here by the Monte Carlo. So that way when I'm working over here, I don't have to go very far to bend a small piece of metal if I need to bend a small piece. So, you know, larger pieces, of course, I'll bring it over to the other brake. But if I got a little piece, now I got a little homie hookup right here. So, all right, I'm out again. Bye, y'all. Oop.